The old-fashioned way. Kitchen gadgets, or as I call them, garage sale seeds. They're the stuff you get as a gag gift that you use once or twice, put it in the cabinet, and wait. Let it age like fine wine, and then the next time you move, you make that big decision. Should I slap a price sticker on it, or have I made it too greasy, and do I just need to throw it away? Today I'm going to unbox, test out, and rank from 000 to 10 some of the most popular gadgets on TikTok, and tell you which ones are worth buying and which ones are worth not even trying. Let's get started. Thank you to Olipop for sponsoring this episode. Olipop is a soda that supports digestive health with prebiotic fiber, with no added sugar and just 2 to 5 grams of sugar per can. I wasn't allowed to drink soda as a kid, so it's a real treat to enjoy one as an adult that's both delicious and is good for your digestion. They have this new limited edition flavor, Pineapple Paradise, that's in honor of the new SpongeBob movie, so you know I had to try it. These are limited edition, only available for a short time in major stores like Target, Walmart, and Whole Foods, as well as online. Get $2 off Olipop and try the new Pineapple Paradise flavor or any other 4-pack at the link in the description or QR code in the US only. Don't miss out. First up, an unlabeled box. When opened, revealing a frankly borderline adorable chicken egg object. So this is an egg separator. Sure, I love separating my egg whites and my egg yolks, but who has the time? Enter this thing. So I assume that it's ridged around the top for cracking, but I personally can't really recommend that. You're not supposed to crack on hard edges, both because it introduces bacteria into the egg itself, but also because it increases the chances of little egg fragments. I was just gonna pour it on the countertop. But see, look at all those fragments. Look at the fragments. I'll show you the fragments. Look at those fragments. Do you see all those fragments, you f***head? Oh, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to crack in there. How do you? Ooh, that was precarious. That was Sicario 2 precarious. Oh, look at it vomit the white. Look at it just. It's not really working. Supposed to shake it? What's going on here? It's just a loogie hanging out of this poor chicken's mouth. First off, you can't crack the egg into it without making a little bit of a mess. And second off, it doesn't work. I can't get this, come on, stop dicking around, egg white. After a lot of waggling it around, I've managed to separate it. My fingers are still covered in egg white, my counter's a mess, and I've got a just kind of separated egg yolk. Let's take a look at it. All right, it's separated. That took so much effort. That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. And this is ridiculous and awful, and it's terrible. So I'm going to give this, I'd put it down in the zeros because it's useless, but it's at least cute. So I'll give it a 1 for cuteness. That's it. It's also very funny to watch a chicken just vomiting egg white. That's very funny to me. So I reverted his eyes. I think he's got a puke thing. You got a puke thing? A little bit. All right, I knew it. All right, next up we have the egg cracker, which was my porno name. What?
New channel, no rules. You know?
New channel, no rules. Yeah. Look at the sweater I'm wearing. I'm taking fashion risks. I love this new channel. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to obey all the rules that I myself made. And that's true freedom, is when you realize that you're the one who's making all the rules that you abide by. What's in this egg cracker? Oh, there's 3 of them. That's why. There's 3 egg crackers. Why do you need 3 of them? Why would anyone need 3 of these? I doubt you can operate them 2 at a time. No, you need both hands to operate. It is wonderfully intuitive, I'll give them that. It feels like it's not gonna last. The hinge on this is just plastic. The hinge is just like, you know, it's just more of the plastic, and it's turning white from the stress. That's why they give you 3. They're gonna break them faster than you're gonna break eggs. Here's our egg plop bowl. Let's see what happens when I put an egg in here, close it, crack it, ooh, and open it. Oh. Okay, well, it demolishes the yolk. So if you're trying to maintain your yolk, make sunny side up eggs, that's gonna be a problem. It does, however, pretty cleanly crack it. I don't see any shell fragments or anything like that. Yeah, it does just destroy your yolk, that's all. So it's not going to work for many egg applications, but if you're just trying to make scrambled eggs, go with God. So they're very weak and they only make broken eggs, and I would call it less convenient and more stupid than just cracking an egg normal style. So I'm going to give this a 3. It works, but only on a very specific level, and it's extremely cheap and it smells fine. What is this? What the hell is this? It's oddly sharp. Like it's not thin sharp like a knife. The edges of the metal are very sharp. That's what's going on. Like it's thick metal, the edges are sharp. This is not gonna be dishwasher safe because I'm seeing just a straight up gap around the base of the fork there. You can see that. That is gonna get filled with water. You're never gonna be able to get it out. I don't know if this is sink safe. I don't know how I would wash this, honestly. I'm gonna put some water and see if it stays in there. But I know you're gonna put this horizontally in your dishwasher, aren't you? And look what happens. That, not as much as that. Oh, it's stuck in there, that's why. Hear that? There's water stuck in there forever. I guess as long as you're not using this around any watery things. Unfortunately, this is a watermelon slicer. I mean, so far, it's useless. Let's see how you scoop. Huh, it's actually kind of interesting. Okay, you can scoop out pieces. I concede, you can scoop out pieces. Which, if you're just sitting here eating a half a watermelon alone, is a not ineffective way to do it. Would I rather do this than, cut it into slices and eat it off the cob like a happy child? Yes, I'd much rather do that. And why wouldn't you do it? You're gonna need a knife to cut the watermelon open. You can't use this. So you already got the knife in your hand, just do it a couple more times. My brain keeps wanting to give it a good score because this watermelon's delicious. But that's not what we're grading here, is it? It's this, and I hate this. Is it less useful than the egg separator? No. It has something resembling utility. It bends like, look at this, ready? It doesn't even take effort. It's like butter. It's like butter. Okay, no, sorry. Look what happens when you just use it. You just bend it a little bit. Look what happens. You can't. Is this still gonna work? Yes. But it'll never be the same. This watermelon slicing fork, I'm gonna give this a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2 because it is kind of novel that you can just sit here and scoop and whatever, but just run the knife through the fucking thing a couple times and you'll have classic watermelon. You'll feel like a child. You get it all over your face. You feel great. This is fun though, so that's why it's getting a 2. It's fun. On to the world of butter. We've got here the one-click butter cutter, which has some of the worst graphic design I've ever seen in my life. Something about that butter isn't right. Slices, serves, and stores butter. I'll give you that. Cuts and serves butter with just a squeeze. Come on. Okay. Wow, this is an extraordinarily complicated mechanism. Whoa. Look how complicated this is. Oh! And that part falls back. Look at this. Ready? Okay, well, how do you load this fucker? Oh, that's how. Wait, I don't understand. Shake out the butter pusher? They weren't lying, you just shake it out. In goes the butter. Squeeze to use. Let's see what the deal is here. Okay, this is a little absurd. Oh, what a disaster. doesn't quite give you a tablespoon. It doesn't cleanly slice anything. Everything breaks. All this to what? Not dirty a butter knife? What's the point of this? Also, I appreciate that it says it stores butter, but unless you use this butter quickly, it's gonna pick up fridge stink. The end is exposed and like, you know, it's in a tube, but it's still, there's air around it.
Right.
So like all your fridge smells are gonna get absorbed by the butter. You're gonna get that gummy kind of translucent layer on the outside, and it's gonna ruin your life. No. Oh yeah, and how do you clean this? How? There's so much mechanism. The only part you can take out is the part they literally say shake it out. And how do you clean this now? It's full of springs. The springs have butter on them. One of the worst gadgets I've ever seen. And as such, it's going to get a stately 0. What a horrible, vindictive piece of garbage. Terrible butter slicer. This is nonsense. Look at what it did. Look at what it did. I hate that. Next up in the world of butter, we have the Kilner butter churner, established 1842. All right, so normally this seems like it's a jar and preserving company, but what they've made here is a butter churner. What appears to be an automaton butter churner. Oh, recipes, here we go. Recipes, care, use. My butter has a funny taste, question mark. Some Wegmans heavy cream. All right, now's a good time to start a timer. Can you start a timer? Here we go, people. Ah,
I see no change.
yeah, it's still liquid. Ugh. Keep it going. Should at least be whipped cream by now. 11 minutes, people. Still don't even have whipped cream. Okay, I'm regretting doing this cold. I'm gonna microwave it for a sec. Just warm it up a little bit. Okay, nice room temperature heavy cream. You happy? Have I got whipped cream? Yeah, it looks like it's almost, okay, so the temperature definitely makes a big difference. Looks like I have whipped cream now, at least. Now it's getting loose again, which means that the butter fat's starting to separate. And just like that, we have butter. God. Oh, whatever. Okay, there we go, folks. Butter. I wager that you could make butter faster by putting a lid on that jar and shaking it. Oh, great, I have an experiment. All right, so that takes, if you warm the cream properly, it takes 10 to 12 minutes to make something that's appreciably butter-like. Now I wanna see if I can make butter in this plain old freaking milk jug any faster. Ready with a timer? Here we go. Dude, I've already got whipped cream. It's already completely thick. You gotta be fucking kidding me. No way is it gonna be this easy. I wonder if I can even turn it into butter if it's too thick. Maybe if I have like a ball, if I put a ball in there. Can you pause the timer? I'm gonna throw a spoon in there. Yeah, I have fully whipped cream inside of, what was that? Like not even 2 minutes?
Yeah, 1 minute, 33 seconds.
Okay, there we go. I got a spoon in there.
Paperclip.
So close. And time.
4:56.
Oh my God, people. There we go. Slough on out, yeah. Look at that. In less than half the time, I have made butter by shaking it with a spoon in an old milk jug. You could use a canning jar like this, just a lid on it. Just put something in there. Put your blender ball in there from your protein shakes to agitate things when it gets too thick, and you got butter. It wasn't as annoying and it was over faster. And it appears to have made a firmer butter. Like this butter is very soft, it needs more processing. This butter's nice and firm. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I can feel it. And then probably the least effort of all is using a whisk in a big bowl. Just whisking it until it's butter. Like that would probably be less effort, it would take less time, and it's got even more common tools involved. This is outrageous. How much does this cost?
60 bucks.
$60?
60 USD.
This is $60.
Churner butter churner.
Well, this might be the worst product I've ever seen in my entire life. This is, you can make butter faster by shaking it. That's insane. Why wouldn't they put a whisk in here instead of these stupid paddles? Clearly they don't agitate enough. $60 for this shit? It's gonna fetch a nice price at the garage sale. You charge 10 bucks for this, people are gonna be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Decor. I'm gonna fill that with beans. What a waste of effort. Glass, metal, and the Churner name. Well, that was exhausting. And as a result, honestly, this guy is getting, I'm giving this a 0. This is worse than the butter cutter. This doesn't even cut butter. This is the Cobb corn stripper, which Sawyer has so beautifully given the nom de plume of Cobb knobber. So, love that. No more horrible corn cobbing accidents. Finally, you can get all that corn off that meddling cob. No more cob getting in the way of your corn experience. Or if you like the cob, if you're just a cob eater, what if you hate the corn? You just eat the cob. What if you're a dog? Can you give dogs corn cobs? Seems like a great treat. Unless, of course, it's toxic to them, in which case I can see Sawyer frantically Googling it.
No.
No, no.
Absolutely not eat corn.
Absolutely not.
Ingestible blockage. Cannot digest the fibrous material.
Okay, folks.
Immediate
Well,
surgery.
honestly, in that case, don't even put that part in. Don't even put it in. Don't even put it in. Fine, leave it in. As a sober warning
Yeah.
to never even think about it, even though it looks like a bone. Don't do it. I love this. In the corner, there's a nice little portrait of David A. Holcomb. His title is Famous Inventor. Let's nobble some cob. So something's fascinating to me about this device is you don't know how girthy my corn cob is. Okay, so it says to push the corn through it, which just breaks my fucking brain. All I want to do in this world is push this down right now, which I'm gonna do. I just said it's all I want to do, so why shouldn't I do it? Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was an efficient cobbing of that corn. Except for this last bit. Oh, there it goes. You did it. And look at that beautiful bone. Look at what it made. It made this beautiful, very dog treat-like bone. No, bad, poison, will kill the dog. Don't do it. Don't kill your dog with a corn cob. Okay, well, look, it did what it said it was gonna do. It made a mess while it did it. I don't think there's any way you could do that last bit without spraying corn everywhere. For the sake of comparison, here is what it's saving you from doing. And that took just about exactly the same amount of time. So I hate this pretty much. An easy way to make this work would be to make the blade go all the way to the bottom of the device. If you put the blade right here, flush with the bottom, you could push it all the way through and you'd cut off all the corn. You wouldn't have to do that last pull that makes a freaking mess of my laptop. Covered in corn juice now. This is saving you 0.3 seconds of time and it's making a mess while it does it. And it's novel, but that's about it. Famous inventor, David A. Holcomb. You might have invented something novel here, but more of a novelty. I think it's pointless and stupid, but it did the job pretty much. So I'm gonna give this a 3. I truly don't like it, but I can't knock the fact that it got the corn off the cob. This could have utility for kids, or if you have a disability of some kind that prevents you from using both hands or using a knife, which is why it's getting a 3. Okay, next up we have the Crunch Cup, cereal on the go. No spoon, no bowl, no mess. I don't know about that. Okay, all right, look. Yes, it's true, you can't eat cereal on the go. And it was proven in that one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The milk and cereal stay separated until they hit your mouth, delivering the perfect milk to cereal ratio in every sip. That sounds interesting, actually. It's better than spooning. That's a very clever line. Honestly, that's very clever. Holds 10 ounces of milk, holds 1.6 cups of cereal. Perfect for on the go. There's a picture of a car speeding. Support small businesses. Okay, this is, to say the least, bizarre. To say the most, also bizarre. Okay, so what, you put cereal in this little tiny, how much cereal? They said 1.6 cups of cereal in this? Let's test that. How are you supposed to get them in there? Oh, oh, what a disaster. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is, according to the esteemed manufacturer, this holds 1.6 cups of cereal. And the result is not even 3/4 of a cup. It's not even 3/4 of a cup. Just about less than half of what they say it will hold. That's insulting. Here's our 3/4 of a cup of cereal. All right, so let's fill this thing up to the max fill line. There's already schmutz on it. Okay, so then you just dip this into the milk. What the fuck is this thing? It floats. How are you supposed to? Oh, you fill it after you, I see. You're supposed to fill this once it's secured in place like that. There we go. Okay, so all right. Normally you secure this and then with the milk and then you pour the cereal in here, which does make a heck of a lot more sense. Okay, there you go. Your cereal's ready for the car. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's so great. Look, I got into trouble for this. They almost canceled me for saying I don't like soggy cereal. And look, I don't like soggy cereal. I used to say in my Tinder profile, the only thing that was in my Tinder profile was I have a method for eating cereal that never gets the cereal soggy. Swipe right to find out. And it worked. Unfortunately, that method was a bowl and a measuring cup. I'm sorry, 2 bowls and a measuring cup. You had a bowl to hold the dry cereal, a measuring cup full of milk, and a bowl for the combination, a small bowl. So you'd pour a little cereal in, you'd pour a little milk in, and then you'd eat those bites. It'd be nice and crunchy. That was psychotic. This is genius. What makes it work is the tiny, 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 tiny little milk spout. You can see it's just a little baby spout, just tiny little spout. And that just lets a little milk dribble out while you're shaking out that cereal. And you end up with a perfect mouthful. Wow. Shut my mouth. I thought everything today was going to be a dud, but we found ourselves a stud. The Crunch Cup. It doesn't hold enough cereal, I'll tell you that much. It does not hold 1.6 cups of cereal. Maybe if you, oh, okay, you know what? It could. It fucking could, because you could fill it all the way up to this point if you did it right. Here, now I'm gonna find out. Now we're gonna f around and find out. This is easier to pour into. You got me. You got me. Utmost respect and honor unto you. The Crunch Cup. I'm gonna give this an 8. It's delightful. It's wonderful. I'm totally gonna use this. I don't eat cereal very often. I'm gonna eat more. So I'm gonna become less healthy as a result of this cup. That's what the free market economy in America is all about. Next up, the Rapid Peeler. One-touch electric action. This is electric. It uses 4 AA batteries. Hate that. To be portable. Why do you need a portable vegetable peeler? What are you doing? All right, enough reading about it. You can study honey your entire life, but you will never truly know honey until you taste it. Eckhart Tolle. Well, that's a hideous object. Let's put in the batteries. This is so interesting to me that there's an AC adapter but no cord. I wonder if we could just use a random AC adapter. Automatic peeling machine is simple and safe to operate. In its base, it has a little plastic knife located into its base. Designed for potatoes' eyes or other blemishes removal. I don't think that's true. Oh, it is! This is ridiculous. It's got a little stabby knife built into the bottom for peeling out potato eyes. Okay, there's that. Let's start with something easy. Little Idaho potato. Is it even gonna fit? It's not gonna fit. Here comes one skinless potato. You as happy as I am right now? That's just one uninterrupted potato skin. Imagine deep frying this little into a nest of delicious. Well, that worked. It definitely peeled off like a lot more than you'd peel off using a peeler, but I didn't lift a finger. I mean, I did. I had to get it in there, but like, that's a pretty damn good thing. Like, yeah, I mean, it leaves a ridge on there, so that's could create aesthetic issues depending on what you're making. Like if you cut that up into roast potatoes, it'd be ribbed on one side for pleasure. So this is about 30 bucks, and it's, you know, so it's even if you just got the attachment for your KitchenAid, that would still be 4 times the price of this. This is gonna be interesting because there's so much apple that the peeler's not gonna be able to access. The design is a little dumb, but it is cheap, so. Look at what happened. The thing meant to keep the apple in place just ground the apple to smithereens. Ooh. So it couldn't hold it in place. And it was having a very hard time with the apple skin. It was having a hard time getting through that. Let's try the pear. That made short work of the pear, which does have a softer skin than that apple, I guess. It's a little difficult to clear out if things get jammed. When it does get jammed, it just cuts a deep channel into your fruit or vegetable. It's very cheap. You can tell it's gonna break any second now. Nope. These are very cheap and not very well put together components, which for 30 bucks, I'm surprised this is 30 bucks, honestly. But I mean, that being said, it works. It's a less expensive option than other peelers, but I mean, honestly, this is one that I would garage sale after somebody else has bought it and decided they're not gonna use it. This is a good pick it up at the garage sale item. I'm gonna bump it down to 4 for it being battery powered. Let's make this a 4 because that's ridiculous, especially when it has the plug for an AC adapter. Next up, we have the HS860 juicing cup. Oh, gross, what the, ew. Why is there this goo all over the goo? The machine must not idle, otherwise the motor sealing ring will be damaged. I'm scared to use this. This is high pressure. First, cut the fruit flesh into small particles, about 2 centimeters in size. Pour 1/3 into the body cup, then 2/3 of the amount of water or milk. This isn't a juicer so much as it is a tiny little blender that you add more water than fruit to. So I need to chop up some fruits into 2 centimeter pieces, and I need to keep everything below a non-existent arrow. We gotta add some watermelon, and I know just how to do it. This is gonna give it an easy time, I think. Watermelon's pretty watery and melony. There's something very satisfying about running this through and pulling out these big awful chunks. Let's do watermelon and apple. Oh, I should peel this with the peeler, shouldn't I? We're using 3 different gadgets on this gadget, which is a first, world first. Ooh, it hates apple. 60% of it. I'm gonna chop up this watermelon into 2 centimeter pieces. I'm gonna throw down some apples. Very hard to fill because it's very narrow. And that's already 1/3 of the way, and that's probably 1/4 of an apple and a couple tablespoons of watermelon. Okay, now I gotta fill this the rest of the way with water. All right, fill to the 2/3 mark with water. Snap on the lid. P1. I see a lot of chunks in there. There's a lot of chunks. Oh, do you see all those chunks? Look at all those chunks. Look at what it did to you. Okay, so we have some very chunky liquid. I'm just gonna do it again. Shake it like a cocktail. It's kind of fun to have this like whirring thing in my hand. It's kind of cool. That's about it. Okay, we have some still very chunky fruit water. Does this have like a, no, I was hoping there'd be like a filter or something on here so you could filter out the chunks, but no, it's wide open. Is this? Why does this exist? It's full of chunks. It feels like I'm drinking puke. Very loose, very drinkable puke. This is very dumb, very stupid and dumb. Okay, so you could get this as cheap as $6, and even then I would say don't do it. Like, this is very, very silly. I don't know, maybe just eat fruit instead of blending it with water and making less tasty fruit. It is not a juicer, it's a long shot. 0, I'm gonna give it a 0. Yeah, it has no utility. It couldn't blend a freaking apple. Okay, now we have the Susteas, Better Home and Better Life. Doesn't say what this is. Graters? Oh, whoa. Wow. Okay, all right. Oh, that's a hell of a crank. That's a big old hog of a crank. So, installation procedure. Flip this lever down. What that does. Oh, that suctions it. That suctions it. Does it suction? Does it suction it? Can you suction to wood? You can. I could lift up this table. I could lift up this entire table. Oh my God, actually, that's pretty good. All right, we have a big collection of blades, different graters. We have looks like a waffle cut kind of vibe here. 2 of them. Oh, it's 2 of each. Oh, and what's this? A rotary wheel with other graters on it? I don't understand. You just kind of pop them off. Okay, this is fun. I'm having a good time. Tension sharp blade, I believe you. Oh, and that's why there's 2. It's on both sides. 20 to 30 bucks. That's not an unreasonable amount of money, I guess. Oh, I see. Okay, so this, oh, careful, that is sharp. And just like that, you got yourself a rotary thing. Just because I'm working with a wood surface here, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy down, see if it sticks to this. Yeah, buddy. That's sucked down there real good. Let's slice a potato as though this were a mandolin. There we go. Now I just need to like push this down while rotating, presumably. Here we go. It did indeed mandolin these potatoes, but they are curved by virtue of the round cutting surface, I think. Like it slices them in a circular way, and you end up with this is not just like bend backable, this is going to be rounded. So as far as a mandolin goes, that's not fully functional. You need flat slices sometimes. If you're doing a potato millefeuille, if you're doing other things, you need a flat, also these are too thick to make chips. Like you could probably make some badass kettle chips, but like these are really thick. So for a mandolin replacement, that's questionable. I've got a carrot here. Well, let me grate some carrot. Got a nice girthy carrot here. Oh, actually, let's try this waffle attachment. That's gonna be good for carrots. Very satisfying thing to put together. It makes you feel a little crafty. Let's get to grating. Oh, isn't that charming? So we got ourselves some kind of waffle carrots here. That's fun. I just had a good time doing that. The real test is yet to come. What I'm about to do is literally the only real reason to have a rotary grater, and that is to grate cheese. Oh, jeez. It's not very efficient, but oh, it takes some torque. It's taking a lot of torque. I mean, I would say more difficult than just using a box grater. Each shred has a little channel in it. This is valueless, but like each shred has a little channel dug into the center of it. You can see that. It's just by virtue of the shape of the device. And I love that, but it's never ever going to make any kind of difference for any reason. Tastes good? I don't know. I just had the most fun I've ever had in my life shredding that cheese. Would I recommend this for somebody who is new to cooking? Is this an easier way to shred things? And I would say no, because we're talking about this versus this. And with this, the only difference really is that you're putting your fingers in harm's way. If you got a problem with that, Jack, get yourself one of these. Get yourself an onion glove. This is lined with a very fine steel mesh, and it's not knife proof, but it's absolutely cut proof. You won't hurt your hands on a cheese grater with one of these bad boys. It's gonna be cheaper than this. You can buy a couple of them, and you look sick while you're doing it. You look like Michael Jackson. I had such a grand time, but I can't ignore the faults. I'm gonna give it a 5. It's a real mixed bag. Real mixed bag, and I don't even think it's exclusive to this. I think these are issues with rotary graters. And as far as rotary graters go, this is a fun one. It comes apart and goes together real easy. It feels satisfying. It looks like it'd be relatively easy to clean if you just put everything in the dishwasher. As long as these plates are dishwasher safe, life's good. Okay, this thing, what is this? Egg whisk. What the hell is this? What 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 the f is happening right now? Do you put an egg in this and it spins? Why would you do that? What is going on here? You put an egg in here. I'm gonna try to go off pictorial cues here. Looks like egg yolk mixer, also known as a golden egg maker. It works by spinning the egg inside the device to mix the yolk and white together before cracking the shell. So this beats the egg together inside the shell, something that for the life of me, I don't know why you'd want to do. You get a price on this thing? $15? This thing is 15 bucks on Amazon. Make sure that's in there. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. Do you know how many times you're supposed to do it?
Trying to find it. No.
Presumably it's got to be once, because having to wind this thing back up is very silly. I'll do it 3 times just to really give it the benefit.
This guy just did it 3 times. Then he didn't hard boil it. Just cracks it.
That's what I'm way more curious about. But like, also a golden hard-boiled egg does sound interesting.
It does.
Ooh, got some RPMs on that motherfucker. Egg has been steaming for 12 minutes. Now we have to shock it. You are adopted in an ice bath. Okay, we have our supposedly golden egg. Yeah, this is all egg white around the outside. I do not see the yolk save for this huge gap. I just want this to be over. What I'm doing right now, I just want it to be over. This is my least favorite thing in the world. It's something I'm very bad at. Okay, let's cut this in half. I got the shell off, kinda, and it just kind of gooed the yolk a little bit. I will say that yolk is mixed in with white because it's not fudgy. It's slippery, just like white. Yeah, it's like this should be kind of crumbly and fudgy, but it got white mixed in with it. I don't know if I didn't do it enough times, but I gave it probably 6 serious spins, and I flung it across the room by accident because the instructions had no English in them, so I don't know if I was supposed to do it 20 times to make a golden egg. Well, I'll give you a 10 for whimsy and a 0 for anything else. Unless I'm worried I'm using it. I used it wrong. It didn't work. I mean, like, it clearly can work. Like, some people seem to like it, but I must have done something wrong or just didn't do it enough. Either way, I don't know why you'd want a golden egg because it just ruins the texture of the yolk. The yolk is the prize of eating a hard-boiled egg. Why would you do this? Also, the golden eggs are hideous looking. They turn piss yellow. I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2 for whimsy because it's fun to play with, and it could potentially work if you just keep doing this all day. All right, last up, we have the retro hot dog toaster. It toasts 2 regular size or extra plump hot dogs and 2 buns at a time. That's a relief, because I saw this and for a moment I was like, can you really just make 1 hot dog at a time? Oh, this guy's loving it. This guy's loving that dog. Oh, he's scarfing. You see that? His eyes are closed. Ooh, he loves it. Also toasts pre-cooked chicken dogs, turkey dogs, veggie dogs. It also cooks other things shaped like a hot dog. Includes mini tongs and hot dog cage. Oh, okay. Wow. So this thing that costs $32, you have to really love hot dogs. Can you imagine having this on your counter and having to explain it to guests or family or the police? It's gonna make the best hot dog I've ever had in my life, I'm sure. All right, it says to run it first, burn all the factory chemicals off of it. This unit has a heating element. During the first use, it may appear to smoke for a short period of time. I love it. It may appear to smoke.
It's not.
But it's not, don't worry.
It's not smoke.
All right, let's run this and get all the hell out of it. Makes a hell of a noise. It's the hot dog cage going down hard. Can I peel this off, please? This isn't very nostalgic of you for me to have a big warning label. Things didn't have warning labels back in the day. You just hurt yourself or died. Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy, it is appearing to smoke. But it's not smoke because it says it appears to smoke, but it's not, so nostalgia. Yeah, when it's burning off the chemicals. Oh, that's jammed. Don't stick a fork in the toaster, people. Unless, of course, it's a hot dog toaster. All right, we burned off the chemical. Well, I'm gonna give it another run, honestly. That's still smelling bad. I'll give it another run right by my feet where I can't see it, so it's safe. Ooh, yeah, more smoke coming off of that. Glad that's not going into my hot dog. We'll be right back after the messages. Babish cookware. Checkmate, atheists. Okay. Oop. In goes hot dog number 1, hot dog number 2. I'm gonna be stunned if these hot dogs cook through in the same amount of time it takes to toast a bun. Like, that doesn't make sense in my mind. How is this supposed to fit? Oh, what a thing to have to do. Here goes the hot dog toaster. Oh, that didn't work at all. Get in there. I really gotta shove those. That's not ideal. I don't know how I'm gonna get them out. Probably with a fork. Placing myself and others in danger. Look at the amount of smoke that's coming out of it. It is the bread. Bread's burning. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what a fucking disaster. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. Oh, where's my hot dog tongs? There we go. Ah. These aren't very good hot dog tongs. Okay. Oop. Easy there. All right. I do have myself a toasted bun and dog. Hot dog is lukewarm in the center and the bread is burnt. This is one of the worst things that is for sale. It burns the bread. Somehow, the whole bottom part of the bun, the rear part of the bun, is like fresh out of the package. It's not warm and it's not toasted. And the hot dog is not warm all the way through. It's room temperature in the center. I would not call that hot. It's barely a dog. I'll also theorize that this might be one of the biggest generators of consumer waste in existence, because this is a very popular product. I've seen it on Amazon, I've seen it in home goods. And it can only be purchased either as a novelty, more likely a gift, for probably an unwilling recipient. Someone who's going to try it once, probably while the gift giver is watching for their benefit, and then never use it again. And then when it comes time to move, it gets tagged for disposal or sale. If it's sold, it will be thrown away soon thereafter, because how many times have you gone to the garage sale and been like, oh my God, a hot dog toaster? And you use it once and you realize it's disgusting that you're using somebody else's hot dog toaster and it's not great to begin with. I can't imagine a kitchen gadget much more horrible than this one. But this is replacing nothing. If you have a fry pan, you have the potential to make a much better hot dog than this. And if you have the counter space for this thing, you have a fry pan. If you don't, I'd ask you what you're up to. You have a 12-burner Viking range and a hot dog toaster. What do you do for a living? Doesn't get super hot, but it is like so cheap and janky. And it's designed so you couldn't toast anything else in here. You can only toast hot dog buns and hot dogs, or chicken dogs, or other dogs. It's terrible, and it's gonna garner my first 00. I have a very visceral hatred towards this that doesn't exist for the other objects. Even though it functions on some level, I'm inclined to give it a 00. That's the hot dog toaster. Well, folks, we ended up with one winner and a whole bunch of losers. What did we learn today? Kitchen gadgets, on the whole, are devices designed to do one thing, supposedly for your convenience, but actually in a cold-hearted attempt to sell you plastic in different shapes. Everything we tried today was supposed to make your life easier, but really made it either harder or stupid. And the only glaring exception was this remarkable crunch cup that gives you a singular experience of being able to eat cereal and milk flawlessly while in motion. This is the closest thing to an adult sippy cup. Anyway, this episode is sponsored by Crunch Cup. I'm kidding. No, it's not. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments, what would you like to see me rank next? What do you want to see me do? Where do you want to see me go? I'm yours for the whatever you want. I'm game. Let's do it. Here on Beyond Babish.